What is up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be walking you through this look step by step. This is such a classic Christmas holiday makeup look. I love this. It's so festive, so cheerful, and so glam. And I love that it's subtle, but it also packs a punch. I've got that naked lower lash line with the winged liner, but I switched it up a little bit and added just a little kiss of sparkle to the lids. And I think it's so beautiful when the light hits this look. It's just gonna pop. It's like a statement, but understated all at the same time. And then I added this very classic traditional red lip, but this look is so customizable. You can make it your own. You can smoke out the lower lash line. You could swap out the lip to a nude or a berry or whatever you want. And this look is just so perfect for this time of year because it would work for anything that you're wearing and for any event. So I hope you like this video. I'm going to walk you through all of my tips and tricks on how to get the look, and also specifically how to apply a red lip and how to make your lip last, especially with all of the holiday parties and things going on. You don't want your lip to move. So I'm going to go through all of my tips and tricks, walk you through this look step by step. I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe and let's get started. So I'm going to start with primer. This has just been my go-to. This is the Hourglass Vanish Primer. I love this. And I don't have on a spray tan, so I'm going to be taking my foundation today from my forehead all the way down to my chest. I know it's excessive. You don't have to do that, but because I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to be grabbing my primer and bringing that down at my chest as well. I've just been really liking covering up my whole, like any skin that's on this area that's showing. I'll put my foundation, my bronzer, and everything else on it just because it looks really cohesive, and then nothing, there's like no discoloration, and then I don't have to worry as much about like matching my foundation to my skin. The only dead giveaway is the color of my hands when I'm like talking, but whatever. I feel like you can't really tell that much unless you're like really paying attention. So yeah, if your foundation matches your skin, you don't even have to worry about it. But honestly, even then, if I have on a spray tan and my foundation matches perfectly, I still like bringing it all the way down just because I feel like it just goes, it has the same finish, and then it just looks really like, you know what I mean? So anyways, today I'm going to be using the Chanel Revitalizing Foundation. I'm in the shade B30, and I'm using my Fox 4 foundation brush. This comes in my Brianna Fox brush set with Sigma. So I start one pump at a time and start buffing it in on the skin. Now, I know this is very excessive. It's very probably unnecessary for most people. But if you're going to like a Christmas party or a get together or whatever, and you want to look like all that in a bag of chips, I just feel like this kind of takes the whole makeup look to the next level, and you look real smooth and like, so I'm also going to contour my chest as well once I get into all of the contouring and everything. But also don't forget your ears if things aren't matching. For my concealer, I'm using the Pat McGrath one. Bring this under my eyes. Oh, that was way too much. I don't know why I'd like dragged that across. Normally I don't do that much, but here we are. And then I'm gonna grab my beauty blender, tap in my concealer, and I'm getting this all up in my lower lashes. I'm gonna do a blank lower lash line with this look. So I really wanna make sure that underneath the eye is extremely bright, very covered, and I want the lashes to disappear basically. Now, if you like this look but you don't like the blank lower lash line, you can totally take eyeshadow under there. You can take mascara there, whatever you want. You can customize any look to however you want it to look. But you should try this if you haven't yet because it's so much fun. It's a little bit different, and it's a look that it's very lifting to the face, but also it's like it makes you look a little different, but you can't put your finger on what it is. Anytime I wear this look, someone will say something about it and they're like, I don't know what it is, but like you look really good today. And it's because of the blank lower lash line. It really just lifts the eyes, makes it look very like, very snatched. I'm gonna go and cream contour. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury one and my Smith 157. Okay, I just added a little bit of the cream contour to my collarbones and then went over it with my foundation brush just to blend it in. And now I'm going to go into the translucent setting powder from Laura Mercier and set the face. Where's my sponge? Grab my little sponge and bring this on the sides of the nose and just push it in under the eyes. Again, I'm getting all up into the lower lashes to really make sure that those are nice and bright. And then I'm going to do a little bit of nose contouring. I'm grabbing the 3 Steps to Sculpt palette from NYX. And brightening it up with a little bit of powder. And then for highlighter, unfortunately, this is discontinued, but it's one of my favorite highlighters. It was a limited edition one from MAC in their holiday collection, I think last year. It might have been the year before, but I'm pretty sure this is from last year, and it's called Step Right Up. It looks like a little peppermint swirl. So I'm pretty sure they have new limited edition holiday collection highlighters. I'm sure there's something very similar. I feel like this kind of reminds me of a little bit more of a golden champagne pop from Becca. Very similar, but I'm gonna pop this on my cheekbones. Pick this up here and apply this to the cheekbones. It's such a beautiful golden, but like neutral golden highlighter. Like it's not too yellow, it's not too silver, it's not too peach, it's just very, very neutral. And I wanted to use it just because it's Christmas time and it's festive and so cute. I'm also adding it to the nose. Blend that out. Love it. Okay, and then for a little bit of extra pizzazz, I have the Fenty Beauty Royal Icing. It's so beautiful. So I'm gonna grab a small brush and just hit this right on top to give that glitter glam look. And then when the light hits it, it's just a little bit of sparkle. I almost forgot. I want to hit my collarbones with some highlighter as well. And then for blush, I'm going to go into Exposed from Tarte. This is a beautiful, like, everyday kind of color. You can add some peachiness to this if you wanted, or more rosy. It really just depends. I feel like the blush doesn't really matter that much. Just want to get a little bit of color on the cheeks. And I bring this kind of just everywhere else, just to add a little bit of that pinky tone. So now the face is done, we can move on to the eyes. For my brows, I'm going to be using one of my favorite brow pencils. This is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I believe this is in the color Brunette. Just brushing them up and then I'm going to fill them in. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the Merit Brow Gel. Set the brows, push them up, make them a little bit more floofy. And then I'm going to prime with the Painterly Paint Pot. You know the drill. Just pick it up on my finger and push it in on the lids. This helps so that you don't have any creasing, your eyeshadow stays on all day, and so that it goes on more smoothly. I'm prepped and primed and ready for eyeshadow. So, for my eyeshadows today, I want to use my MAC eyeshadows. Ooh, just dropped one. I feel like I haven't used these in a minute now. So, look how pretty. So I think I'm gonna start, let me just pull out the ones that I want to use. That'll be a little bit easier, and then I can know exactly what I'm using and share it with you. So, okay, so to start off, I'm gonna go into Soft Brown from MAC. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow colors. It's just like the perfect crease shade for my skin tone. I'm just picking it up on a fluffy brush and bringing it here in the outer lid and in the crease. With this look, I'm completely ignoring the bottom lash line and I'm just keeping it really focused on the upper. I'm just keeping it really focused on the whole upper lid. Do the same thing on this side. And then I'm also basically going to connect this into the nose contour. So it's all just very seamless. I'm going to start deepening this up just a little bit. This is Cork from MAC. It's just a little bit darker than Soft Brown. You can see them next to each other here. This one's also just slightly more cool toned, but I wouldn't even necessarily say that this is super cool toned. I feel like this is just a little bit more neutral, where Soft Brown has almost like a rosy pink hue to it. So I'm now going to bring this here in the outer lid, just deepening this up a little bit, and then I can start bringing this into the crease. And then I'm going to go back into Soft Brown and just layer it over the top so we have a nice seamless blend. And I'm buffing out over here basically into my temple, but I'm not bringing it lower, just keeping it really high up. If you want like a even more in-depth tutorial on the eye look, I use different eyeshadows and everything, but the technique is the same. I will link my eyeliner video right up here because I also show you the eyeshadow too, but I also walk you through all my tips and tricks on applying eyeliner perfectly. And then I kind of want to warm this up just a little bit. This is Saddle from MAC. I'm going to go into just a little bit of a smaller brush. This is my Fox 2 brush from the Brianna Fox brush set. Just picking this up and putting it right here on the outer lid. It's a little bit of warmth. I'm going to take Brulee from MAC. This is like a very bright white creamy color. And on a fluffy brush, I'm just going to pick it up and look down and just set this right on the lid. It's gonna brighten it up. You can also go in with like a little bit of face powder if you want. And I just want this to make the lid look a little bit larger and then separate from those crease shades, because it's very easy for those to go all over the place, which is fine. But I just kind of want to brighten up this lid and make it a little bit more apparent. And I'm also taking that on the bottom lash line and going right over the lashes to really brighten this up. I'm going to go in with a little bit of face highlighter and really brighten up the inner corner. We're ready for eyeliner. So today I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty eyeliner. I also really love the L'Oreal Cat eyeliner, and I like the one from Sigma, the Wicked eyeliner. But today I want to use this one. It's what I've been grabbing lately. I honestly just switch out between the three of them just depending on what I feel like using that day, just because it's always different. But this is what this looks like up close. If you want a full in-depth tutorial on how to get the perfect winged eyeliner, make sure to check out that video. I will also link it down below as well as in the info card, but I break it down step by step so that you can achieve the perfect winged liner, especially if you have some obstacles that you normally face when trying to achieve it. So I hope that video is helpful, and yeah, make sure to check it out if you want like all of my tips and tricks and you want it super broken down. Taking just a hint of that saddle and putting it right here in the crease just to really define it a little bit more, give it a little bit of, just a little bit more shape. Right here, very lightly. Okay, I don't mean to go in with another eyeshadow just to make this overwhelming, but I felt like it was going a little bit too cool toned for me. I just added a little hint of Rule from MAC. I know this is bright ass orange, but it just kind of helped to warm this up just a hint, because it was going pretty darn cool. So I just popped this right in the crease, and I feel like that really just helped to warm it up a little bit so it wasn't so cool toned. And then for a little bit of extra something, I'm gonna go back into that Royal Icing highlighter. I'm looking down into my mirror, and right on the center ball of the eye, right here, I'm just going to place this so that when the light catches it, there's just a little bit of sparkle right there on the center of the lid. And I'm putting it just right here, so it doesn't look like a straight up shimmery eyelid. It just is when the light hits it, it's gonna make the eye really pop. Just the smallest, most subtle hint of glitter. For mascara, I'm grabbing Lash Paradise and coating just the top lashes. I'm applying these lashes. These are the 429 lashes from Ardell. These are probably my current favorite go-to lashes because I feel like you can make these look more winged out or rounded depending on how you place them on your eye. I just love the way that these look. I feel like they're very flirty. They're simple. They're not too dramatic, but like you can still wear them with a dramatic look. So I love these lashes. I'm quickly just gonna grab my liner and just go over the edge of them. Even though I used clear lash glue, I still just want the blacks to mend together so that they don't stand out from each other. I want it to look just like, I want it to look real. And when you touch up the edge of your lashes, then it's gonna blend it in with the eyeliner and look like the lashes are like growing from your face, which is the goal. I think that it is finally time for lipstick. So with this look, you can literally do any kind of lip. I feel like even with a little bit of the sparkle that we did on the eyes, this still looks really festive. So you could do a nude lip if you wanted. That's what I most likely would end up doing for myself just because I like a nude lip. But, and actually I'm going out after I'm done filming today. And I'm gonna switch to a nude lip just because that's just me. But I wanted to show you it with one of my favorite red lip combos. Also, something really beautiful would be like a beautiful berry, like something like the color of my lips would also be really festive. Like, oh, so pretty. But I want to do a classic red lip and show you one of my favorite go-to combos. So I'm gonna start with the MAC Cherry Lip Pencil. This is probably my all-time favorite red lip pencil ever. You just want to make sure that it's extra sharp. And I'm going to line my lips, overline them, and fill them in. The key here is using your pinky as a balance point and not trying to get all big and trying not to get one full swoop all in one try. Do little drags so that you don't overwhelm yourself and go outside of the lines too much. I like to start on the bottom and open up my mouth and get that bottom line first. And on the bottom, I don't overline at all. I'll do a little on the center lower part. Pretty much for the lower lip, I don't really overline at all. Another thing that's helpful is when you're lining your lips, you want to use the entirety of the pencil. So lay it on its side. Don't go in on your lip with just the tip of the lip pencil because it'll just be a little bit more difficult to get what you want. If you lay it on its side, it will do pretty much all of the work for you. On the top, I start by just lining the edge, just like I did on the bottom. You can flip your lip pencil upside down so that you can use the entirety of it, so that you can drag it up the line so that you're not just using the tip. And then if you can see, this side of this lip is uneven. It goes out a little further, so that's where I start to overline, and then I'll match it on the other side. But I make sure that by the corners of my mouth, I haven't overlined at all because that's when it can tend to look a little fake. Then lay it on its side and just fill it in. This is what's going to help with the longevity of your lipstick. Also make sure you're doing this on its side, not the tip, because it just makes it easier. It'll just like do the work for you when you lay it on its side. Okay, so now that I've got that on my lips, I'm gonna go into the Patrick Ta lipsticks. These are some of my favorites. Another really good lipstick is Ruby Woo from MAC. It's a retro matte, I believe. It literally feels like you're putting like dry clay on your lips, but that shit will not move. So if you want something that's literally not gonna move, I'm sure you could go with like a liquid lipstick or something, but I feel like liquid lipsticks end up like cracking and looking weird and giving you like those butthole lips, you know what I'm talking about? The Ruby Woo from MAC won't do that. But if you want something a little bit more comfortable, still matte, just not so drying, you might have to touch it up and you want to be a little bit, and you'll probably have to be a little bit more aware of it. That's the combo I'm gonna show you right now, but it's beautiful. It's been my go-to red lip the last like 2 years. So the first color is That's Why She's Late from Patrick Ta. This is a true red. And then we've got She's Not From Here, which is like a bright ass orange. And what I'm gonna do is mix these together. So I'm gonna start with the True Red one, which is That's Why She's Late, and just go over the entirety of the lip. And then I'm gonna grab the She's Not From Here shade and pop this in the center. And then lastly, you gotta make sure you get that inner part of the lip so that it doesn't get all over your teeth. You know what? I'm kind of wanting this to be a little bit deeper, not so bright. That's weird. Listen, you cannot keep me away from Cool Brown from Anastasia, even with a red lip. I'm adding this to the edges to give a little bit of deepness. Perfect. This is just like a traditional brown color. I just sharpened it so you can see it because I got it covered in red, but adding that in just added a little bit of extra oomph to the lips. I feel like it needed just that little extra something something, and I love how that turned out. But that completes everything for this tutorial. This is the look up close so you can see what it looks like. I really love the lip. I love that it's a little bit more of a deeper traditional red. I think it really packs a punch, and this just looks very cheerful, very festive, very glam. But yeah, I'm so happy with how this turned out. This is very classic Christmas to me. It looks very cheerful. It's very festive. I love the subtle hints of glitter on the eyes without it being like overpowering. I love that it's just very subtle but really packs a punch. Again, feel free to switch out the lip to whatever you want. I feel like this to me just looks very classic, very typical holiday Christmas, but again, something with like a deep berry would be beautiful. Throw on a nude lip and you're good to go. I feel like this look would look perfect with no matter what you're wearing and no matter the event. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you end up recreating this, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your looks. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you soon. Bye.